Alright, got a 93 S10 here. It's got the 4.3 liter. It is a two-wheel drive. What I'm doing today is I was doing the oil pan gasket, and I looked it up on all data at the dealership I work at, and it's calling for 10 hours, and it was telling me to pull the motor out of this thing. Well, I've seen a lot of people on YouTube having videos asking how they get the oil pan gasket put in, and never saw anybody do it. But this is going to be a video of me putting the gasket on with the engine still in the vehicle. Alright, you can see I've took it down to the timing cover right here. Biggest thing you're going to have to do it the way I done it, I'll show you my setup so I can get up under this joker. I got jack stands in the back and some ramps I bought from Advance holding it up on the front. Alright, I already took my timing cover off, put on my timing chain, sprockets, and resealed up the timing cover so it's back on. That was the whole reason for me having to take the oil pan gasket off. Got my harmonic balancer, used the install tool, just installed it just a little bit, not all the way, and now I got a floor jack and a piece of wood on my balancer here. My engine mount bolts, they are out. That's what's making this thing pick up. Alright, you can see the space that I'm working with. That is enough space to do what you need to do. Biggest thing though, that oil pan gasket is not coming out unless you get this dipstick out. I sat there and I fiddled with it. I could not get it to come out without taking the manifold out. You might have better luck with that than I did, but I ended up getting the room I needed after taking the manifold out. There's one little bolt holding it on in here. And took the manifold out. I PB blasted it for about 3 days before I started messing with it. I want a bolt to break off. And I'm going to show you up underneath. Starter has to come out. Oil filter's coming out. And then this is what's getting you all your play. Make sure you can see it. Alright. Transpan right here. Then you got this dust cover. It's got 4 bolts holding it on. You could probably take it out, but I just let it sit in here. That's what's going to give you your wiggle room. Now when you jack up here, it's going to raise the engine to where you have your clearance here with the oil pan. I've already got my gasket on. I got tired screwing with it for a day, so it's on there. But I took out this bolt right here just to give me a little more room. Like I said, starter has got to be out and oil filter's got to be out. That way you got maximum amount of room here. But what you're going to do is, once you got it where the oil pan can drop down, I cut my old gasket out, and with the new gasket, when you put it on, lay it over the oil pan and stretch it around the corners. It's going to go on perfectly fine. You're not going to have any trouble with it. That is the amount of space that I have. It's not much at all. You don't need a whole lot. And that's how I put the oil pan gasket on this joker without taking it off. Taking the whole engine out. There really wasn't a whole lot to it. Like I said, the dipstick has got to come out. That was the hardest thing about all this. Other than that, there wasn't much to it. If you was just wanting to do a pan gasket, all you'd have to do is just jack up on this harmonic balancer and hit your engine mount bolts, and that's it. Pretty sure I hit all the highlights. If anybody's got any questions, I know this is probably one of the first videos up on YouTube of somebody doing this oil pan gasket with the engine in the vehicle. Hopefully it will save some people out there some time and save you a bad trip to the dealership where they'll charge you over $1,000 for this junk. But just hit me up if you got any questions. Hope this helps.